Namaste, yogi. Welcome to your yoga practice. Today, we're going to be flowing through 108 rounds of Sun Salutation or Surya Namaskar. And I know this might seem like a challenging practice, but I promise you that we're going to be nice and gentle today. We're going to go at a good, slow pace with plenty of breaks for rest. And I'm going to give you a variety of Sun Salutations to choose from, just so that you don't get bored, you can mix it up, and you're able to choose a flow that works for your body and your level of practice. Now, why 108 rounds? Well, in the yoga world, 108 is a sacred number. It signifies spiritual completion. Typically, there's 108 beads on a mala necklace. So when you do a mala meditation, you chant your mantra 108 times. The beads help count you along the way. There's 54 letters in the Sanskrit alphabet, each with a masculine and feminine meaning. 54 times 2 is 108. 108 even shows up in nature. So the distance between the earth and the moon and the earth and the sun is 108 times the diameter of the moon and the sun. It shows up in a variety of other ways, and you can look this up or search it on your own. But when we do 108 rounds of Sun Salutation, we're symbolizing kind of a reset in our energy. And this is typically done at special sacred occasions such as equinoxes or solstices, winter solstice, summer solstice, or anytime you're just ready to take a nice energetic reset with your body. Sun Salutations are good to do anytime you're trying to develop a new practice. And we believe when you flow through Sun Salutation 108 times, you're really taming and toning the fire of your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is an energetic center or chakra right in your belly center that kind of gives you the drive or the discipline to keep showing up to the change that you're trying to make, or just in a way that you honor yourself more every day compared to how you've done in the past. So this is a great practice to do anytime you are ready to shift and change. Now, I talked about taming the fires of your solar plexus. This is where your core muscles are. Now, this isn't just the front side. This is also the front, the sides, the back, the pelvic muscles, the upper abdominals. Everything involved in your core or corset muscles will be used in this flow with every pose in the Sun Salutation. So when we activate our core, we activate our strength and our willpower. So when we flow through our Sun Salutation 108 times, constantly contracting our core, constantly enhancing and strengthening our willpower, we have more drive to keep showing up to ourselves again and again. So I hope that this practice serves you, and I encourage you to just move with your own breath, go at your own pace, and enjoy the flow along the way. We're going to get started at the back of the mat today. So go ahead and come to the back of your mat and find a mountain pose. Before we actually begin our Surya Namaskar flow, let's start with a breathwork practice. Just begin to rest your arms by your sides. Maybe roll your shoulders back down and away. Really ground into your feet. Pick up your heels. Pick up all of your toes. Spread your toes wide as you root back down into your mat, as you set everything down. And then once you're ready, soften from the waist down. So try not to squeeze through your hips or glutes. Just try to relax from the waist down, and then let everything else follow. So muscles of the face begin to relax as you close your eyes. You release your jaw, your shoulders. Arms are just relaxed and heavy by your sides. Everything is soft and relaxed through your core so your breath can move deeply through. And as you ground in, take a few breaths to clear your mind, to ground into this present moment, to feel the earth beneath you, maybe the mat beneath you, finding a sensation of being here right now in your practice. letting go of expectations for what's ahead, letting go of any negative chatter or anything else that might be coming up right now that pulls you away from a joyful practice. Our solar plexus represents our internal sun, our internal joy and happiness. So as you move with your solar plexus and your core muscles today, as you flow through your Sun Salutations, let yourself flow with joy. Give yourself permission to have fun and enjoy yourself through every single round of 108. Let each individual round of this practice offer you something bigger and better. Let's take one more deep breath in and out. Bring your hands together at your heart. Gently blink your eyes open. And let's take 3 breaths to really ground in. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale back down to your heart. 2 more times. So before we officially get started, I'm just going to set up this practice for you. We're going to be flowing through 10 rounds of 10 rounds of Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A, with a variety. So with each layer, with each set of 10 that we do, if it becomes too challenging or too difficult for you, just take one of the rounds or variations that you did before. And just figure out what works for your body along the way. We've got a lot of rounds to do for you to experiment. Now, once we reach 100 rounds, 10 sets of 10, for the last 8, we'll do Surya Namaskar B, or Sun Salutation B, 4 on the right side, 4 on the left side. If you don't know what that means, don't worry. I'll guide you through it when we get there. So let's get started with our first round of 10, and we'll go at a slower pace to begin with and kind of pick things up along the way just to help kind of pace ourselves through this entire practice. As you ground into your Tadasana, your mountain pose, really root down through your feet, toes and hips are facing forward, relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. When you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale to your heart and then down through your heart into a fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, grounding from your legs, lengthening your spine, Ardha Uttanasana. And then when you're ready, exhale back down into your fold and walk out to your tabletop or hands and knees. From here, we're going to tuck our toes. Inhale, look out with cow pose, open the chest. And then flatten feet. Exhale, round the spine, look down for cat pose. Inhale, return to neutral tabletop, neutral spine. Exhale, sink back into child's pose and rest. Now you can always end your Sun Salutation in child's pose. You don't always have to go to a down dog right away. So if you're feeling tired at any point in your practice today and you need to rest in child's pose, I invite you to do that. Let's take just a few more breaths here, really grounding in and relaxing. Preparing for these other 9 rounds here. And when you're ready, go ahead and rise back up to your tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips back into your down dog, relax your head. From here, start walking your hands back to your feet and roll up to standing. Roll your shoulders back, pick up your toes and heels, ground into your mountain pose. Let's take an inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, yogi, we're gonna pick it up for the other 9 rounds. When you're ready, inhale, reach overhead. Exhale to your heart and then through your heart into your standing fold. Inhale, lift up halfway or half fold. Exhale, release, walk out to your tabletop. Inhale, move into your cow pose. Exhale, round into your cat pose. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, lift up into your down dog. Inhale, start walking back to your feet. Exhale, keep walking back and release. Inhale, slowly roll up to standing. Exhale, sink into your mountain pose. Inhale, reach up and overhead. Exhale to your heart to complete 8 more rounds, yogi. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding through Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release down, hands and knees. Inhale, cow pose, Batilasana. Exhale, cat pose, Marjarasana. Inhale, neutral tabletop again. Let's go to a child's pose on the exhale for variety. Inhale into your child's pose. Exhale, sink in deeper. Inhale, lift back up into your tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, sink back into down dog. Inhale, walk back towards your toes. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, slowly roll up to standing. Exhale, settle into mountain. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart to ground. Keep going. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, table. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, prepare for down dog. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink back to dog. Inhale, walk hands to feet. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll to standing. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, ground to heart. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Let's go to child's pose and rest. So we're 5 rounds in, yogi. We've got 5 more just like this. And I'm not going to guide you through every pose for 108 rounds. I just wanted to get you started. So as you prepare for these last 5 rounds, I'm going to let you go at your own pace. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and find our downward facing dog again. We'll walk back towards our toes, roll up to standing, ground into mountain, seal it all in with a breath. So for these last 5, you can go at your own pace, at your own rhythm. We're going to end in child's pose, and we'll take a few minutes there to rest, just to take a break in between before our next set of 10. Here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, begin your flow. Move with your breath, yogi. Each inhale and exhale has its purpose. Helps you to move in an easier way. I've got 2 more rounds, Yogi. Where are you? Keep flowing. Maybe starting to feel that energy and heat build up. That internal fire may start to cultivate now. You're really starting to activate your muscles. Starting to bring more energy into your body. Now remember, on this last round, we are going to finish in our child's pose. So you could either go up to your down dog first and then work your way down, or you could just go from tabletop to child's. So if you're not there yet, that's okay. Keep flowing. We're just going to take maybe a minute here to rest in between. Whenever you're ready, ease your way down and let go. Notice what these sun salutations had to offer you. Sink into your exhales to regulate your energy. Clear your mind. Sometimes when we do these sun salutations, things come up in the mind. So we can breathe them away and release the distraction. Release the tension the thought is causing in the body. We release so we can breathe deeper. Let's take one more deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, you're going to rise all the way up to your down dog and walk your hands back to your feet and take your time coming up to standing in mountain pose. Now, just a couple of notes here. Maybe you don't fold all the way to the ground in Uttanasana. That's okay. You can always just hang out in your fold if that's where you are. Make sure to activate your core when you do so. Remember, we use these core muscles throughout all of our practice. So when you're folding, really draw your navel in to support yourself here. This helps protect your low back as well when you're hanging out. The other thing is when you're lifting up halfway, you don't have to lift out from your thighs. You could lift out from your shins. Maybe not press on the knees because they don't bend backwards, right? You don't want to put pressure there. But thighs or knees, or you could even just kind of lift up from your feet, or a little lift and hover, not as deep as the lift that you did before. You know, whatever you want to do here to mix it up and match your body, please go at your own pace. Okay, we're going to move on now to our next set of 10. Whenever you're ready, ground into your mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale through your heart, fold into Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release back out, walk into hands and knees, tabletop. From here, we're going to walk farther forward into a plank on the knees. So we walk the hands forward, shift our shoulders towards our wrists and fingers, and feel that activation of the core muscles. For this variation of Sun Salutation, we're just going to hold our plank for a breath. And then when you're ready, you're going to exhale back into your down dog. So you might need to walk your hands back before you tuck your toes, lift your hips and sink back. And then when you're ready, walk your hands back to your feet and slowly roll back up to standing. That's round 1. Let's seal it all in with a breath. And then we'll begin again. When you're ready, inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk out to tabletop. Inhale, keep walking out with your hands to a knee version of plank. Exhale, sink into that knee plank. Inhale, hold the plank. Exhale, lift back into your down dog. Inhale, walk hands to feet. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up to standing. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, moving to round 3. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, walking out to that plank. Inhale, keep walking. Exhale, tuck your toes, really activate the plank pose, press into the ground. Inhale, hold. Exhale, release, find your down dog. Inhale, keep walking back towards your toes. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll to standing. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, seal it in. I'm gonna mix it up on this one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Tabletop. Now you can just keep walking right to that table. We're gonna activate and hold with a breath. And then when we inhale, we go ahead and back off, making it easier to transition and exhale into down dog. Go ahead and walk your hands back to your feet. Release, roll up to standing. Settle in, seal it all in with a breath. And we're gonna go for number 5. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale, keep setting up that plank on the knees. Exhale, hold. This time, inhale, walk and back off. Exhale, relax into a child's pose. Okay, yogis, you're 15 rounds in, or 5 in this variation. So just take a little breather here. And you can always rest in your child's pose after your plank instead of going to that down dog. Go at your own pace, right? Okay, for these last 5, I'll let you guide yourself. Let's go ahead and prepare. Moving from tabletop to down dog, walking back to your toes. And you don't have to, by the way, kind of breathe in between. If you want to just walk right back and inhale, reach up, go at your own pace there as well. However quickly or slowly you want to rise back up to standing. Okay, let's get through these last 5 here. When you're ready, just start moving with your breath. Going at your own pace, walking out into that knee plank. And again, if that's too much, just return to the cat-cow variation. You've got variety. You can choose what works for your body. Are you moving with your breath, yogi? Let those inhales be your expansions. The exhales be your contractions. Strong core through every move. Drawing navel into down dog, just like your plank. I've got 2 more left here. Where are you, yogis? It's okay if you've still got more. We'll have time to rest after. Time to catch up. Just keep moving. One sun salutation at a time. When you finish with your last round, you're going to meet in child's pose again with me instead of down dog. And you can always complete with a down dog if that's what you need. Otherwise, from your knee plank, you can just walk back and settle in to your child's pose. And just like before, we're just going to take a moment to reflect. So every time we move through these rounds of Surya Namaskar, we're stirring up energy. I mentioned you might have thoughts come up, or it may just be feelings, moods, emotions, memories, lots of different things that release from the body, from the physical body. And a lot of that stuff is coming up because it was causing a blockage in your energetic flow. It was blocking your breath, your ability to take those deep breaths. It was blocking your ability to feel comfort. It was causing tension. So let that stuff just be released in these moments of rest. We've got about 30 more seconds here, yogis. Keep settling in, relaxing when you're ready, preparing for your next round of 10. Let's take maybe one more deep breath, and then we'll make our way back to standing, back to the back of your mat again, up to mountain pose, slowly rolling up. And we're moving on to our next set of 10, different way this time. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold all the way through Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, walk out to hands and knees. Keep walking out to that knee plank. And this time we're going to hold a full version of plank if the knee one was okay for you. Keep holding, and you could always go back to the knees if this is too much, remember. And then we're just going to release back down. We're going to walk our hands back. We're going to find our down dog just like we did before. We're going to keep walking back. And we release, roll up to standing, seal it all in with a breath. So only difference with these 10 rounds, or the next 9 anyway, is that you can take a full plank instead of a plank on the knees. Again, if it's too much to do a plank either way through 9 more rounds, do the cat-cow version instead. You've got options. So when you're ready, let's inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, flow through the heart, fold all the way through. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk out into your plank. You're gonna hold your plank for an inhale, hold it for an exhale, and then walk your hands back, release your knees for a little rest. Exhale, press back into down dog. Inhale, walk back toward your toes. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, settle in. Seal it all in with a breath. We'll keep going. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, walk out to plank. You could walk right into it if you want. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hold. I'm going to give you a bonus. Inhale, start lifting those hips back to down dog. Exhale, settle in. Adjust your hands if you need to. And then inhale, keep walking back into the dog. Exhale, release in your fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, settle in. Let's seal it all in with a breath. Hands to heart. We've got 2 more here we're going to do together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, walking to plank. And maybe you don't lift those, or you don't set those knees down. You just walk right out, right? And take an inhale and exhale. And then inhale, lift those hips. Exhale, adjust into your down dog. Inhale, keep walking back. And then release all the way down. Come up to standing. Settle in, ground it with a breath. And 1 more here together. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, looking out. Walk out to your plank pose however you need to get there. Now you could also just hold this for 1 inhale. Exhale, start lifting right into that down dog if you want. And inhale, start walking right back to your toes if you want. And then release and come up to standing. Ground it all in with a breath. And we'll pause here for a moment. So 25 rounds, yogi. You've already done 25 rounds of Sun Salutation. So give yourself a little pat on the back for that if you need to. You've got a lot of variety here for the rest of these 5 that we're going to do with this variation. Again, if it's too much, do something different. You decide how many breaths you hold your plank or move with it. You decide if you need a child's pose before that down dog or after. Do what works for you. We've got plenty of time for you to explore. When you're ready, ground in. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold. Start moving with your breath. Guide yourself. You decide what works for your body here. Breathe into your strength. Breathe into that drive to keep going. Remember that we're cultivating joy. Do it with a smile on your face. Let yourself be happy that your body can do this. That your body is strong enough. Be joyful for the deep breaths that you have. Just checking in, yogis. 2 more for me. Where are you right now? Keep moving with your breath. Remember, you can speed this up or slow it down based on how you hold things, based on how long you want to be in your plank, or whether you need to release and take a little break. Everybody has got their own rhythm. Whenever you finish with your last round, let's go ahead and rest in a child's pose again. Whenever you want to get into that, either after your plank or after your dog. It's okay if you're still flowing, take your time. We'll be here in this child's pose for about 1 minute again, just taking a little breather. Coming back to equilibrium with our energy. Coming back to equal inhales and exhales. And again, releasing whatever comes up here. Just a little longer, yogis. Settle in, relax. Let's take one more deep breath here. And when you're ready, just rise up to a comfortable seat. And before we move on to our next round of 10, I'm going to show you one of the poses that we're going to be doing. It's called a knee, chin, chest pose. And it's exactly how it sounds. Your knees, chin, and chest are ideally all going to be touching the ground. So I'm going to demonstrate this if you'd like to watch first. We're going to start in our tabletop. From here, nothing really moves. We don't walk out of it or adjust hands and knees. We simply bend our elbows. Now, if you don't have a lot of strength in your arms, this might not be a pose for you. But if you do have the strength to gently lower, you're going to first draw your navel in just to support yourself so you've got a strong core. You're going to hug your elbows in close and tight to your body and slowly lower your chin and your chest down to the ground. Now, the more that you lower, the more your tailbone's gonna tilt up. It's kind of like a cow pose. And you can almost get into a cow pose first and then ease your way down if that's easier for you. So once you get here, now right now my chin is touching, but my chest isn't, which is perfectly normal. So whatever works for your body, right? But as I come down into this knee, chin, chest, I'm gonna release and just kick my legs out and relax down to my belly to release in between. And then from there, we'll just make our way back up to a down dog. So let's go ahead and get to standing at the back of your mat, however you need to get there. Go ahead and ground into your mountain pose, and we'll prepare for these next 10 rounds. I'll guide you through the first 5. When you're ready, inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold through your heart, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, walk out to your tabletop. Stick it all in here. And take an inhale, start to lower knee, chin, chest. And exhale, just release all the way down, crawling out to your belly. Let's take a breath in between. Inhale. Exhale, relax. And then press back up to your tabletop and then into your down dog. Start walking back to your feet and come all the way up to standing. We're gonna seal it with a breath. Let's talk about that for just a moment. So if that was too challenging for you, I invite you to go back to one of the variations that we've done before. Cat-cow, plank on the knees, or full plank. If this was okay for you, you've got a couple of options here. You could choose to take another breath in your knee, chin, chest before you release down to the belly, or you could just take an inhale into that knee, chin, chest and exhale, lower right away. We'll take the longer breath for number 2 here. When you're ready, inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk out to tabletop. Inhale, move into that cow pose and that knee, chin, chest pose on the exhale. Inhale, hold a little longer. And then exhale, release. Did you notice the difference there? I'm just gonna keep my arms by my sides this time so that I can press right back up into my tabletop. From here, we'll move into down dog. Walk hands back to feet and come all the way up to standing. Seal it in with a breath, and we'll keep going here. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, look out for cow. Start to lower knee, chin, chest. Exhale, release right away to the belly. Inhale, press back up to tabletop. Tuck the toes and get into your down dog. Inhale, walk back to feet. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up to standing. Exhale, settle in. Seal it all in with a breath. Bringing it to heart. 2 more rounds together. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, looking out. Walk out to tabletop. Inhale, knee, chin, chest pose. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, press back up to tabletop. Back into down dog. Inhale, walk back to feet. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, settle in. Seal it with your breath. Prepare for number 5 together. Let's inhale up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, walking out to tabletop. And we'll take the longer version. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, lower down, knee, chin, chest. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, release to the belly. And let's just stay here, yogis. So if you want, take your elbows wide. Rest your head. Whatever feels good here for a moment, but take a moment to check in with the body. Release any tension all the way through. This was your first back bend or heart opener in your flow beyond cow pose. So it might be a little intense on your low back right now, or you might find that this pose is too intense for your low back. You could just go back to a cat-cow or something else instead. Let's take maybe one more breath here, though, to notice the body. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and press up. And we will go all the way to our down dog. And then walk back and rise up to standing. And we're going to prepare for those last 5. So I just took a little breath to seal it in. Creature of habit here. When you're ready, let's go for the other 5. You're going to go at your own pace. Let's begin. So you've got that option to take the knee, chin, chest, or not. You could take it slower through that knee, chin, chest, or not. Your rhythm, your practice. Go with what works with your body. And you don't have to do the same thing every round. You don't have to do this knee, chin, chest pose through every round. You can always do something different to bring a variety. Hold a plank if your back's tired already of those back bends. Every breath has its purpose. Every pose has its purpose. Let each individual one benefit you. Just checking in, yogis. I am on my last round. Where are you? Don't worry if you need to catch up. As always, you'll have time. If you're on your last one as well, we are going to just meet back in standing at the back of the mat in a mountain pose. So you can go ahead and seal in one final breath once you're done. And then just rest with your arms by your sides, your eyes closed, just like you did in the beginning of your practice today. We'll be here for a little over a minute, just taking a breather, taking time to catch up if you need to. Noticing what comes up. Slowing back down your heart rate and your breath if you need to. Clearing your mind if you need to. Coming back into the present if you need to. Honor the stillness as much as the movement. Let's take maybe one more deep breath here. And then bring your hands together at your heart. And gently blink your eyes open. Are you ready for the next 10, yogi? So now we've done a deeper heart opener or back bend. We're going to add another heart opener or back bend known as Bhujangasana or Cobra pose. I'll walk you through it as usual. So when you're ready, inhale, sweep overhead and mountain. Exhale. This time I'm going to have you fold differently. You're going to reach out as far as you can go. Really draw your navel to spine. Go ahead and activate the core and then release into your fold. You might get some more length that way. And then inhale, lift up halfway as usual, looking out, flat back. Exhale, release all the way down to your hands and knees. Again, we're going to go down to that knee, chin, chest pose. Now from here, we're going to go to Cobra. So we're going to slide our body out. The hands are going to land about mid-rib cage. We're going to release our feet, and we're lifting our head off the ground. Now you can choose to just do a little baby Cobra here or lift up to a fuller version of Cobra. I'm going to stick with baby Cobra for these first 10 rounds because we've got plenty of more opportunity to do Cobra pose. But when you're ready, just rest down and release your body, just like we did before. Shake it out if you need to. And then we'll press back up into our tabletop and into our down dog and walk back to the feet. Roll up to standing and take that breath to seal it all in. Well, there's number one. So let's keep going. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold through. Inhale, look up, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk out to tabletop. We've got to get to the ground for that Cobra, so we'll inhale for cow pose. Exhale for knee, chin, chest. Inhale, release, crawl it all out for Cobra. Exhale, continue to hold here, soften from the waist down. Take another inhale. Exhale, release the body. Inhale, press up to tabletop. Exhale, move into down dog. Inhale, walk back towards your toes. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, settle in. Let's seal it with our breath. And we'll move on. Let's go to that long reach as we fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach out. Fold all the way through. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, walk out, knee, chin, chest, just one breath this time. Inhale, lower, look out at the same time. Exhale, slide out, prepare for Cobra. Inhale, lifting up to baby Cobra. Exhale, resting down. Inhale, press up to tabletop. Exhale, go to down dog. Walk back to your feet as you inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up to standing. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, seal it at the heart. Keep going. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach out, fold into Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands and knees. Inhale, knee, chin, chest. Exhale, release, set up for Cobra. Inhale, lift up, Bhujangasana, baby Cobra. Exhale, release, back down. Inhale, lift up to tabletop. Exhale, go to down dog. Inhale, walk back towards your toes. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, settle in. Seal it with your breath. Get ready for this number 5. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach and fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, set up table. Inhale, longer version. Exhale, lower knee, chin, chest. Inhale, lengthen your body for Cobra. Exhale, prepare. Inhale, lift up, cobra pose. Exhale, relax back down. Inhale, press up to tabletop. Exhale, go to down dog. Inhale, walk back to feet. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up to standing. Exhale, settle in. Let's reach overhead, seal it with a breath. We'll take a pause here, yogis, preparing for these other 5. So you do not have to lower to the ground through knee, chin, chest. You could go from your knee plank as well, but it's better to just kind of get used to that back bend if you plan to do more in your practice. So this is just an option for you. As we flow through these other 5, if you don't want to do the knee, chin, chest, if you just want to lower and take your baby cobra, that's perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and get started. When you're ready, start moving with your breath. You don't have to reach out when you fold as well. That's just another option for you. Adding variety to your practice. You can choose how long it takes you to move into knee, chin, chest, if you're still choosing to do that in your practice. Baby cobra just has to be a little lift. Doesn't have to be anything too intense. Go at your own pace. Do what works for your body. Take another variation whenever your body calls you to. Stay in a joyful flow. Remember to hold that smile on your face. When you smile, you even trick your mind, even thinking you're happy, even when you're tired, even when you're feeling challenged. If you smile, your body just doesn't quite get it and thinks, well, maybe this is fun. Maybe I am enjoying this movement. Maybe I am happy for where I am. Even if I am tired, I'm happy that I'm tired. I'm happy that I'm able to make myself tired. What a blessing, right? So how are you doing, yogis? I'm about to begin my last flow here. Take your time if you're not there yet. I'm going to take this last one a little slower. Intentionally moving. Just like you did before. Just closing the eyes for a moment, settling in, and noticing what your practice is offering you right now. We'll be here for about a minute, plenty of time to catch up. Plenty of time to ground back in, clear your mind, slow down your breath and your heart rate. Notice how you feel. Let's take one more breath here, yogis. And bring your hands together at your heart. Begin to blink your eyes open. You are 50 rounds in at this point. That's an accomplishment in itself. You're basically halfway there, okay? So let's go ahead and move on to our next round of 10. We'll start to pick up the pace a little bit now. When you're ready, inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, you can fold through your heart or reaching out, however you choose. Inhale, look out, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk out. Now you're gonna go back to your plank on the knees now. So just walk out, hands are going to go a little bit farther out, shoulder shift. And we're gonna do our first version of chaturanga. Chaturanga is another way to lower to the ground without a back bend involved. So if knee, chin, chest isn't your jam, you're gonna move on to this chaturanga version instead. Now we're staying on the knees for this first round of 10. We do keep our elbows nice and tight, just like before with knee, chin, chest. As you lower, really look out, lengthen your body. It's almost like you're pulling your neck, head, and ears past your shoulders more. And then bend your elbows to slowly lower down to your belly. When you're ready, you just release your feet and rest, and then we'll press back up into our down dog. So take your time getting there when you're ready, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Roll up to standing, and settle in. Seal it all in with a breath. And that's number 1. So we'll keep going now. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, walk out to a plank on the knees, even if you usually don't go there. Take an inhale here, really reach out, look out. Exhale, lower down in chaturanga, toes stay tucked. And then we release once we get to the bottom. We're gonna use our exhale to press back into our tabletop. We're gonna start moving into our down dog. And then we'll walk back to our toes again. So I'm not really guiding your breath. Just make sure that you're breathing appropriately there. Rise up to standing. Let's seal it all in with a breath. And we'll keep going. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, walk out to your plank. If you want to go to a full plank, your choice. Inhale, take that pause in the plank, look forward. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, release the toes. Exhale, press back up into your tabletop. Inhale, back into your down dog. Exhale, start walking back to your toes, a little different. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, settle in. Let's inhale, reach overhead. Seal it with a breath, moving on. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plank on the knees. Inhale, pause and lengthen. Exhale, lower chaturanga on the knees. Inhale, release and relax. Exhale, press back up to tabletop. Start walking back. Inhale, lift to down dog. Exhale, walk back towards your toes and settle in. Inhale, roll up to standing. Exhale, relax. Let's reach up and overhead. Seal it with a breath. We've got one more together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plank on the knees, nice and supported. Take an inhale, look out. Exhale, lower chaturanga on the knees. Inhale, release. Exhale, press back up to tabletop. Inhale, move to your down dog. Exhale, sink back, walk back to the toes. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, settle in. Reach overhead. Seal it with your breath. We're going to take a pause. We are 55 rounds in. We are officially over the halfway mark. Get excited, get joyful. Let's keep going. And I'll walk you through some options, but just go with your own pace here. Folding and flowing. We're going to set up for that knee chaturanga. Now you may have noticed this time or the last time as I lower, I'm going to lower right away and release my toes at the same time. So it's just going to save me a step instead of going in between with a breath to release the feet. Notice I also moved into this down dog differently Getting rid of a step as we walk back and settle at the same time in our exhale. So again, you can go at your own pace with these sun salutations, and depending on how you settle into poses, how you hold your breath, you can really speed up or slow down your practice. Noticing how you need to regulate your energy, right? It doesn't have to be the same every time. Notice what feels most natural. Notice where your body wants to go. How are you doing, yogis? I've got 2 more left. Are you somewhere close to that? Are you playing around with the options and the variety? Are you moving with your breath? Whenever you finish with your last round, we will meet in mountain pose again, just like we have been doing. We'll settle in for a gentle pause as we reflect on this new variation of Surya Namaskar, as we notice what our practice is offering us. So once you finish, whenever that is, know you've got some time to catch up if you need to. You're just going to settle in and breathe. Maybe come back to the way you were at the beginning, really relaxing from the head down. Releasing tension here. Reflecting on your strength, your solar plexus, reflecting on your core. Maybe noticing the heat that you're cultivating at this point, all of that internal fire. Breathe into whatever comes. Let's take one more deep breath, yogis. And bring hands together at heart. Begin to blink your eyes open. Let's prepare for our next round of 10. This time the only difference is we're going to go out to a full version of plank and chaturanga without lowering the knees. So again, if that's too much for you, go back to being on the knees instead. Support yourself. Or if you get tired amongst the 10 rounds, you can choose whether you want to lower your knees or not. So let's walk through this together. When you're ready, ground into mountain pose at the back of your mat. Inhale, reach up and overhead. Exhale, fold into Uttanasana, however you choose. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, walk out into your plank pose and go ahead and get there. And it's the same concept as when you're on your knees. So to prepare for your chaturanga, you've got to really look forward, shift forward, even roll through those toes. And then keep your elbows tight as you exhale. Gently lower down to the belly. Not so easy, it is a challenge. Release the feet when you're ready. Take that rest. And then we are going to take a little baby cobra. So we'll slide our hands back and lift. And then release, press into tabletop. Back into down dog. Now a little bit different this time. We're going to walk up towards our hands. towards the top of the mat instead. And then release whenever you're ready. Slowly roll up to standing. It's okay if you can't walk all the way up before you have to release. Just go where your body takes you. Let's keep going. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, move back into your plank pose. So you could go to the knees or not, you choose. Now this time I will lower my knees just to show you. I'm gonna inhale, roll forward, really lengthen. On the exhale, I'll lower my knees, then I'll bend my elbows and release to chaturanga. Release the toes, inhale, lift up to baby cobra. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, press up to tabletop. Exhale, go back into down dog. Inhale, walk all the way up towards the top of the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up to standing. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. So you can see why we moved on an inhale the last 10 rounds to get back into our down dog. We're using that inhale to help ourselves walk up towards the top of our mat. Let's keep going. Number 3, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, find plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, press to table. Exhale, move to down dog. Walk up and inhale. Exhale, release when you're ready. Inhale, roll it to standing. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, seal it in with a breath. 2 more together, yogis. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale, shift forward and lengthen. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, press to table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, walk up to the top of your mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, seal it with the breath. Keep going. Inhale, up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Pulling-asana. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Baby Bhujangasana, Cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, press up to table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, walk up to the top of your mat. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, roll up to standing. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a little pause, yogis. We're going to do these other 5, guiding yourself at your own rhythm. Get ready. Here we go. Start to inhale and reach. Exhale and fold. Continue to move with your own breath. Decide if your plank should be on the knees or not. Decide if it should be on the knees when you lower to chaturanga. Decide what works for your body. Go at your own pace. It's okay if you don't want to do a chaturanga to lower. You could always do your knee, chin, chest instead. Or you could skip lowering to the ground. You could do a cat-cow and go right to your down dog. So we've had several different options at this point. You can always mix it up. Do you feel the heat that you are cultivating? Internal fires to burn away what no longer serves you. internal fire to purge away the blockages on your energy. Just checking in, Yogi. How are you doing? I'm just beginning my last round here. I'm really going to move through it nice and gentle. Moving with the rhythm of my breath. Once you finish, meet with me at the top of the mat in your mountain pose, just like before, taking rest. Taking time to reflect. Noticing how you feel. If you're still flowing through your sun salutations, that's okay. Take your time. I'm really starting to notice changes in my own body. I can feel kind of my sinuses draining, my ears opening up a little bit. Definitely got a heat going on, starting to sweat. Definitely feeling my heart rate, that cardio increase. Getting a little hungry. I can feel my digestive fire increasing. So just notice what's coming up for you, Yogi. How do you feel? How do you feel knowing that you've gone through a lot of rounds of sun salutation at this point? You're closer to the end than the beginning now. We're getting there. When you're ready, start to bring your hands together at your heart. Take a deep breath. Blink your eyes open. And we're gonna move on to the next set of 10. This time we're adding our next back bend or heart opener. We're gonna do an upward facing dog. And this will be instead of our cobra pose. So you can certainly take baby cobra or full cobra pose if you want to. Otherwise, you can try out this upward facing dog. Whenever you're ready, you just start to find standing. Find your mountain pose. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold however you choose. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step out to your plank pose, either on the knees or full version. Inhale, lengthen, get ready for that chaturanga. Exhale, lower to your belly however you need to. Now the hands stay where they are, and right away we just press right back up again. So we're gonna keep our elbows close. The insides of the elbows are facing one another. Shoulders are really rolling back to lengthen. We're relaxed from the waist down, lengthening through the spine, drawing navel up to the heart. Take a deep breath into this back bend. Exhale, you're gonna go back to your tabletop to release, tuck your toes, lift up to your down dog. From there, walk up to the top of your mat. Release and come all the way up to standing. Take a deep breath overhead, ground it all in. Let's go for number 2. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, find your plank, ground in. Inhale, lengthen your plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, right away, upward facing dog. Exhale, go to tabletop, tuck your toes. Right away, go to downward facing dog. It's a nice transition there. And then walk it towards the top of your mat. Release, come up to standing and settle in. Seal it all in with your breath. We'll go for number 3, picking up the pace a little bit. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Plankasana. Inhale, lengthen your plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Now, right now, the feet are flat. To go to our down dog instead of shifting to table, let's right away tuck our toes, shift and lift the hips, and go into the down dog. So there's a new option for you. Walk up to the top of your mat, release, come all the way up to standing, ground it all in with your breath. Get ready for number 4. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk up to the top of your mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, settle in. We're gonna seal it all with a breath. And get ready for number 5 together. Inhale up, exhale, fold, half lift, plank and a pause, lower through chaturanga, extend and lengthen through up dog. Exhale, go to down dog. Walk up to the top of your mat and release. Roll up to standing. Seal it with your breath. Take a pause here, yogi. This is Surya Namaskar A, the official flow. We go from mountain to our fold, half fold to plank, plank to chaturanga, chaturanga to a back bend, typically up dog, and then from there to down dog, back up again where you started. So I'm going to encourage you to go at your own pace through this. Take any other variety if this is not your jam. Otherwise, let's get these other 5 done. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, begin to flow through Surya Namaskar A. Every pose has its purpose. Every pose involves an activation of the core. Every pose moves with either an inhale or an exhale. Slow down or modify if you need to. Notice how it feels to be here in this official flow. You've had all these other modifications and varieties, and now you're doing the full shebang. How does that feel? Does that bring you joy and excitement and happiness? Gets me excited to know that we've done well over 70 rounds, that I've been able to move through 70 plus rounds of Sun Salutation. That's pretty exciting. I don't know about you. But as I move through my practice and I start to feel challenged or tired, I remind myself of how far I've come, whether that be right now in the past hour or so, or whether it be this week or this month or this year, over the years of my practice, how far I've come. I could not do 108 Sun Salutations 6 years ago. Or maybe I could, but I would have had to take a lot more modifications. Would have taken me a lot longer. And that's okay too. And we just honor this journey wherever we are. We honor our bodies for going on it. How are you doing, yogis? I've got 2 more rounds here. Just moving with breath. Thinking about joy to help pass the time. Wherever you are, keep flowing, keep breathing. Keep cultivating your strength. When we finish, we will meet in mountain pose again. Of course, you could always go to child's if that's too much. We're just going to take a moment to breathe again. Check in. Notice how we feel. Notice what came up in the practice. Bringing in more awareness to self. Take one more deep breath, yogis. Bring your hands together at your heart. Blink your eyes open. Are you ready to knock out these last 30? You've gone through 70 rounds so far. I'm going to give you a new option for your transition from down dog back up to standing. So here we go. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold however you choose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, find your plank. From plank, lengthen and lower into chaturanga. From there, find your up dog or your cobra, you choose. And then find your down dog, and we call that flow a vinyasa. Now from here to get up to the top of the mat, you could certainly just walk up, or I'm gonna give you the option to jump up this time. So if you would like to jump up, you're going to deeply bend your knees. You're going to squat back, look forward, and when you're ready, you're going to launch yourself up to the top of your mat. Now it might take a couple of hops. Maybe it takes one, you decide. You release when you're ready, you come all the way back up to standing, and that's number one. So let's keep going. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, go to plank, starting that vinyasa from plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Once you get to down dog, take an inhale if you want to jump up, deeply bend the knees. Exhale, jump. Jump as much as you need to. Release. Come on up to standing. Seal it all in with a breath. Let's keep going. Remember, we're trying to have fun here. If that's not fun for you, that's okay. Just walk up instead. We're just building on our energy now. We've done so much already. We've got a lot of fire we can use now. When you're ready, maybe it's just one jump. Maybe it's 5. Work with your body. We've still got 2 more together. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Half lift to plank. You could always lower to your knees. Same for that chaturanga. You could take a baby cobra instead of an up dog. Just move through your flow. Decide how you want to jump up or walk up. We've got one more together. Let's inhale up. Exhale, fold, half lift, step into plank. From plank, lengthen and lower. From there, find your heart opener, your back bend. From there, find your down dog. And then make your way up to the top of your mat. When you're ready, rise up, seal it all in with a breath. Let's take a gentle pause here because you're at 75 rounds of sun salutation, which is crazy, right? You've made it to 75. I just get excited as we move on. So let's finish out these last 5, and you're going to go at your own pace. Feel free to follow along with me if you'd like. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, start moving with your breath. So notice as we get rid of some of these modifications, the flow does move faster. You don't have to do that version. You could certainly take extra breaths. Go at your own pace, take a pause. Go to child's pose for a moment if you need it, right? Just do what works for you. I know I certainly couldn't do the full out version of this flow for 108 rounds, that would be a lot. So I just go with what my body asks me to do to keep going, to keep moving, to make myself feel like I can complete the practice. That 108 rounds, spiritual completion. Honoring that sacred number by moving until I get to it. And part of that practice is the journey and the challenges with it. So how are you doing, yogis? I've got 2 more left. Feeling pretty good. How are you feeling? After this last one, we will take a pause again. We'll meet in that mountain pose, although you could certainly go to child's to take your breather. Totally up to you. I'm just going to stay in mountain to keep my energy going because we're almost done. See, I didn't even jump up on that last one because I wasn't feeling it. So when you finish, just relax. Find your mountain. Breathe deeply. You might need to take a little bit more time to slow down. Take some deeper breaths in and out. Remember to stay soft in your body so you can receive those deep breaths. Just notice what's coming out of this practice. Notice how close you are to finishing. Let's take maybe 20 to 30 more seconds here. Grounding in. Preparing for our last 28 rounds. You're already at 80 yogis. When you're ready, bring your hands together at heart. Take a deep breath. Blink your eyes open. On to our last variation of Sun Salutation A. You've learned how to jump up to the top of your mat. Now you're going to practice a jump back. This is an advanced variation. This requires you having a strong chaturanga. If you don't have a strong chaturanga, you're going to skip this variation and go back to one of the ones that we've done before, your choice. But if you'd like to try it, I'm going to walk you through it. Let's inhale, reach overhead. Exhale to fold. We're going to flip our palms into what we call a swan dive. We're going to inhale, lift up halfway. Now here's where the jump back comes. We're jumping back into plank chaturanga. Now I say plank chaturanga because if you jump back into a plank, this is really hard on your elbows. You've got to soften your elbows a little bit. So instead, we're going to jump back and bend the elbows slightly until we get to our chaturanga. Now typically we take one big jump back, but if you want to try tiny jumps, you can try that too. Go ahead and join me if you haven't already, and then press into your back bend, cobra or up dog, move to your down dog, and you can decide if you want to walk or jump up as well, and then release and come up to standing. Take your breath to seal it in. So let's try that again. Number 2, inhale, reach up, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. If you want to jump back, you're going to jump back, soften those elbows, lower down, catch yourself before you fall. Go into up dog, back into down dog. Make your way up to the top of your mat and release and come up to standing. Seal it all in with a breath. So you can see now why you need a strong chaturanga in order to do that. Because if you don't have that strong chaturanga to catch yourself, you're going to face plant on the floor. I've done it. Many yogis have done it. Don't feel bad if you do it too. But if you're at that point in your practice, you probably want to back off and either try several hops into lowering down or just skip it for now. Let's go ahead and finish out these 3 together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plank pose or chaturanga. You decide. Move into your back bend. Move into your down dog. Take your time coming up. Release, come up to standing. Let's keep going. Inhale, seal that breath. Exhale, settle in. 2 more, lift up. Fold through. Half lift. Jumping back until you get there. We're just lowering, lifting up, moving to down dog, making your way to the top. Coming up to standing. I'm gonna add the swan dive on this 5th round. You can always fold a different way. After we finish with this 5th one together, let's take a little pause in our mountain, seal it all in, and prepare for the last 5. So you're gonna go at your own pace. You can jump back or not. You can take any other variation you choose. Let's get started. Inhale up. Start moving with your own breath, folding as you choose. Stepping back into plank, lowering into chaturanga, or jumping back. You can play around with it. Move with your breath wherever you are. Let your breath be your guide. You can always just kind of step out with one leg and hop and lower into that jump back chaturanga. That's what I was doing with these last 2 rounds. Play around with it. Give yourself a challenge wherever you are. You're so close to being done, yogis. You're doing so good. Really pacing yourself, listening to your body, giving yourself what you need. I'm just finishing up my last one here. How are you doing? Let's meet in our mountain pose. Whenever you finish, no rush. If you're still flowing, take your time. We'll be here for about a minute to take that break and reflect and notice how we feel. Honoring the stillness as much as the movement. Slowing down your heart rate, your breath if you need to. Coming back to equilibrium. Let's be here for about 30 more seconds. Feel yourself grounded and still in the present, still in your practice, doing so good. Bring hands together at the heart and blink your eyes open. Yogis, you're at 90. You are so close to being done. For this last set of 10, it's your choice. I want you to take any of the variations that we've done so far in these last 90 and you make it your own. But let's go. Let's flow through these last 10. You're going to guide yourself as well. I'll talk you through it along the way a little bit. Let's finish out strong to this 100. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold as you choose. You've had 3 options so far. Lifting up, lots of options there. Find your plank either on the knees or full. Lots of energy though, remember. You're powering through at this point. Do you add a back bend or not? Up to you. Do you jump up, walk up, step up to the top of your mat? Up to you. There's 1 down, 9 to go. Sealing it all in with that breath in between. Taking that sacred pause. Lots of variety. All that matters is that you're moving. You're getting from point A to point B. Working your way up to this 108. You can always rest if you need to. Take your time. Keep moving with your breath. How can each inhale and each exhale assist you in the flow? Every breath has its purpose to give you more strength, more focus, more power. How are you doing, yogis? This is number 5 for me, or 95 if you want to look at it that way. Depends on how you view that. But know that we're almost there. We're so close to finishing up the Surya Namaskar A, and then we're moving on to Surya Namaskar B. Doing something different with our body. So get excited for that. Finish strong through these last 100 here. The last few to get there. Are you noticing your core activating with every posture? Are you toning your solar plexus with every move? Feel that activation through your core. Two more for me, yogis. How are you doing? Are you close to 2 more as well? Are you flowing with your breath and body? Can you make it all the way through? Almost there. Think about the rest you're going to get in between. Think about how you only have 8 more to do. That's it. Home stretch. When you finish with these 100, you're going to meet again in your mountain pose. You're going to ground in strongly. Relax your hands. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Reflect on how you feel. Reflect on how far you've come. Breathe into whatever comes up here. If you're still catching up, keep flowing. Take your time getting there. Keep breathing. You're doing great. I'm definitely feeling the heat. I'm covered in sweat. I'm feeling those sun salutations. Welcoming the sun, greeting the light, greeting the heat that sustains us. Breathe with that energy. We'll be here maybe 30 more seconds. Take a deep breath in and out, yogis. Bring your hands together at your heart. Blink your eyes open. Give yourself a pat on the back, a high five. 100 rounds. You've made it through 100 rounds of sun salutation. I'm so proud of you for flowing with me. Can we finish out these last 8? Power through. Let's practice warrior 1. Really briefly, this is going to be with our sun salutation B. You're going to step 1 foot forward, the other foot out. When you set up a warrior 1, you want to turn your back foot out maybe 20 to 30 degrees, not too much. You're trying to line up your heels, but if you're not there, like walking on a tightrope, that's okay. You can go a little wider across your mat. Now the key is you want to square your hips up to the front of your mat. You can use your hands to guide you, and then reach your arms overhead. Really use your arms to guide your whole torso to the front of the room. As you're grounded in here, press to the outer edge of your back foot to really cultivate the strength of this warrior 1. Let's take one more breath here, yogis. When you're ready, just relax, step up to the top of your mat, and let's knock out these last 8 rounds. Here we go. Inhale, reach up and overhead. Exhale, fold down, Uttanasana. Little bit different. Inhale, lift up halfway. Now exhale, step back into a runner's lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back. Right away, you're going to rise up into your high lunge, drop your foot into your warrior 1, and reach your arms overhead. Take a deep breath into your warrior 1. Exhale, come all the way back down into your runner's lunge, lift your back heel, and then step back into a plank. From there, we take a vinyasa, chaturanga, up dog and down dog, just like we've normally done. Now we're going to mix it up a little bit. On this next one, we're going to step our left foot up into runner's lunge, rise up into high lunge, drop the back heel in for warrior 1, lift the arms overhead, and hold. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way back down to runner's lunge, lift your back heel, and again set it up into your plank. From plank, we take our chaturanga, our back bend, our down dog, and now we make our way back up to the top of our mat. You can walk, step, or jump up, totally up to you. Release and come all the way up to standing. That's round 1. Here we go. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, runner's lunge, left foot up, right foot back. Right away, rise up and inhale into your high lunge. Drop into your warrior 1 on the exhale. Inhale, reach the arms overhead nice and strong. Exhale, sink into that warrior 1. Take an inhale. Exhale, go back down to runner's lunge. Step into plank. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We've got to do the other side. When you're ready, inhale, step right foot up to runner's lunge. And exhale, drop into your warrior 1. Inhale, rise up into it. I know I'm mixing up the breath. I'm giving you options. Take one more inhale into that warrior 1. Exhale, lower back down to runner's lunge. Step to plank. Take your vinyasa again. Make your way to down dog. And walk up to the top of your mat. Release, come up to standing, and relax. Seal it all in with the breath. Okay, that was 2. We have 6 more. We're going to do this one a little bit different. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Take your half lift. Step to plank. Right away, take your vinyasa. Basically taking a sun salutation A to down dog. Now from here, we're going to lift our right leg up to 3-legged dog. Step it up strongly into a runner's lunge. Set up our feet, rise up into warrior 1. Take a nice deep breath into that warrior 1. Exhale, make our way right back down again. Step into plank and take your vinyasa. All the way to down dog. You can see why we learned sun A first. Lift your left leg up to a three-legged dog. Step it on up to runner's lunge. Set up your feet for your warrior one. Rise on up into warrior one, inhale. Exhale, go right back down again. Step into your plank, move through your vinyasa, all the way back to down dog. Make your way up to the top of your mat. Come on up to standing. Settle in with the breath. That's number 3. We alternate the legs each round. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank, just your normal vinyasa, your normal Surya Namaskar A. Once you get to down dog, left leg lifts up first. Exhale, step to runners. Drop into warrior one and rise up all at once if you can. Take a deep breath into that warrior one. Exhale, back down again. Step to plank. Take your vinyasa in between. Now, obviously, you could modify that. You could skip the vinyasa in between and go right to down dog. When you're ready, lift your right leg up to three-legged dog. Step it into runner's lunge. Set up your back foot, rise up. Find your strong warrior one, however you need to get there. Breathe into it, take a deep inhale. Exhale, back down to runner's lunge. Into your plank, vinyasa if you choose, or you could just go right to your down dog. I know that this is a lot. Meet yourself where you are. Make your way up to the top of your mat. Come on up to standing. Seal it all in with a breath. How you doing? 4 more yogis. Let's do this together. Let's do the modified version, stepping into runner's lunge from the top of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Half lift to runner's lunge with the right foot forward, the left foot back. Set up your warrior one. Inhale, rise up into your warrior one. Exhale, bring it right back down again. Set up a plank. Take your vinyasa or not. We will meet in down dog. We're preparing for that other side. We're just going to step our left foot up to runner's lunge, modify and set up for warrior one, and then rise up strongly. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Reset into plank. Lower through your vinyasa, flowing into your down dog. And once you get there, make your way up to the top of your mat. However you need to. Come on up to standing. Seal it in with the breath. Let's go right to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Half lift to runner's lunge. Left foot up, right foot back. Right away, set up your foot, dropping in for warrior one. Inhale, rise up into that warrior one. Exhale, lower right back down. Step to plank. Take your vinyasa. Meeting in down dog. Get ready for the other side. Step your right foot up to runner's lunge. Drop into your warrior one. Rise up strongly on an inhale. Exhale, go right back down. Step to plank. Take your flow into down dog. We will meet there. Take a breather and then make your way up to the top of your mat. Rise up to standing. Seal in your breath. We are going to knock out these last two. We're going to go right into it. I'm tongue-tied because I'm tired. Here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Half lift to plank, moving through Surya Namaskar A. However you choose, once you get in the down dog, lift your right leg up to three-legged dog. Step it up to runner's lunge, ground your back heel in for warrior one. Rise up, Virabhadrasana 1, nice and strong. Exhale, right back down to runner's lunge. Step to plank, move through your vinyasa. All the way to down dog. Preparing for the other side. Left leg lifts up. Step up into runner's lunge. Drop your heel for warrior one. Inhale, rise up strongly. Exhale, right back down again. Stepping back into your plank. Modifying as needed as you flow. Working your way to down dog. Working your way up to the top of your mat. Coming up to standing, seal it in with a breath. Last one, yogis, 108. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Move through your flow. We will meet in down dog. Preparing for these last 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar B. Once you get there, left leg lifts up, three-legged dog. Step up to the top, runner's lunge, drop your back heel in. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, back down again, runner's lunge. Step to plank, Move through your vinyasa. You're so close to being done, yogis. Right leg up, three-legged dog. Step it up, runner's lunge. Ground in, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, right back down, runner's lunge. Step to plank. Last vinyasa. Nice and strong. Back to down dog. Take a child's pose. Take a child's pose and rest. Oh, give yourself credit for what you just did. And take a moment to reflect. So I'm just going to be silent for about a minute so you can reflect on this practice. And then we'll do just a little bit of stretching to release and cool down. Keep softening your body, letting go of tension. Soften to deepen your breath. I'm filming this practice early in the morning. I can hear the birds chirping now. I started practicing at sunrise. Traditionally, we do that with 108 rounds, welcoming the sun. And I'm starting to hear the world wake up around me as I've woken up my own body and energy in this reset. Let's take a few more breaths, yogis. And when you're ready, just come up to a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely sweaty. So I hope that you enjoy this practice. I hope that you feel more confident in your sun salutations now. I hope you feel more confident in yourself, having flowed through so much in your practice today. And I just encourage you through the rest of your day or after this practice, drink a lot of water, really hydrate, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, take some deep breaths, really let the day be free for you so that you can reflect on this practice and let it really integrate its benefits into your life beyond just your body. Let it integrate into your energy, your mood, your emotions. I hope this practice has really cultivated your joy through your solar plexus today and you have a happy day. So let's just take a little stretch for the wrists. Let's roll those wrists around in circles. We did a lot on the wrists today. Make sure that you circle both ways. And friendly reminder that you're probably going to be sore from this. If not tomorrow, maybe 2 to 3 days from now, you'll be sore, likely. Let's open the hands, roll the thumbs around both directions. Unless you have a really strong physical practice, you're probably going to be sore. I know I will be sore. So when you're ready, you're just going to relax your hands down. Let's move the neck left and right a few times. Opening up. You released a lot of tension from neck and shoulders today with all those inversions in down dog and your uttanasana, your fold. Let's come back to center. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. And then one more time. Once you're ready, come to neutral. Roll your shoulders back, down, and away. Letting go of any tension here. And then just to balance out, if your legs are crossed, switch the cross in your legs. Let's take a gentle twist. Reach your hand across your body. Reach the other hand behind. Sit tall as you look behind. And then release and move to the other side. Back to center. Take a side bend, reaching your arm overhead. Leaning in or walking out your other hand for more if you need to. Really try to open through your ribs. Look up, down, or forward. Whatever supports your neck. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Move to the other side. Opening up. Stretching out your core muscles. They did a lot of work today. And then back into neutral. Let's sweep both arms overhead. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's take 2 more cleansing breaths. And thank you so much for flowing with me in this practice today. Thank you for honoring your own body and giving yourself this challenge. The light in me sees and honors the light in you, yogi. Namaste.